good knight is a man who's never had his mettle truly tested. And this is Good Night. Good Night, no. So it's Good Night. It's sort of like it's pretty much like Beautiful Joe in hell. Never thought I would be saying this. Or Beautiful Joe meets Devil May Cry. That's what it really feels like. It's got a nice Guilty Gear music vibe to it, but I didn't really notice the music that much. Like, I noticed that what it was like, but like it wasn't so memorable that I actually started humming along or something. The graphics have a lot of shades of red. I mean, this is again alluding to Beautiful Joe, say Devil May Cry. Like, there's a certain palette to this game. The graphics look decent, but at first, honestly, I was thinking more of like Bomberman for some reason, just because the characters look like the characters from Bomberman 64 with their customizable hats and accessories and everything. It looks decent, but like because of the style they've gone with, the palette's really narrow, I feel like. And it's kind of hard to follow the action because there's so few colors, and like there's yellow bullets. So it sort of feels like what is going on because the palette is so limited in this game. So even the developer describes this game as like a one-button rage bullet hell, puzzle bullet hell. And it's pretty accurate because like you look at this game and you think, oh, it's a bullet hell, great. And then when you play it, it is rhythmic. Like the way you have to dodge, there's one button to dodge the bullets and switch directions because you're going around it in a circle, which is very different and unique, but it actually makes this game really hard too because you can't physically choose where to move your character. You're on like a basic circle runner system here, and like to expect an insane difficulty level when the developer also calls the game butt clenching. So it does not disappoint in that sense. Like, this game is that hard, and like this demonic circle, like it makes it really hard to dodge the bullets, and it's hard to see them too. So you can actually die within seconds. Like, there was a time where I restarted and I died literally a second or two later, and I was like, okay, this is kind of ridiculous. I understand that they want to make the game hard, but like if it's that hard for you to like learn the game, get better at the game, yikes. So you can change your direction anytime and with one button, and then it's a one button shooter, and then the L button slows down time. Now, a lot of people I saw online, I was like, okay, there's people praising the challenge, like, oh, it's so hard, yay. And I found it really off-putting and discouraging. Like, there's very few games where I can say like I died within a second or two, and I don't think that's something to be proud of. The shooting mechanic itself, it just feels like they were trying to have unique controls, but the problem is it's not what was best for the game. Like the gameplay design was not ideal, because you have to hold the same button to switch directions when you're moving on the circle, and that same button does your shooting. So you have to like release, tap, and then manually choose the projectile trajectory. So it makes it unnecessarily complicated to shoot in this game. And yeah, as I said, the constant deaths every few seconds, like, you can have the best graphics in the world, but if the game's unplayable, it's unplayable. And going back to Beautiful Joe, the Beautiful Joe, I think it was Red Hot Minute or Red Hot Battle or Brawl on the GameCube, like that was pretty much the same deal. Like, it was unplayable, almost unplayable, but it was so laughably unplayable. And this game reminds me of it. It's like, wow, another game. It took 10 years, but we have another game that's like almost unplayable because the way they've designed it. I really feel like there should be a toggleable difficulty. There isn't. Because I feel like the reviewers that I saw, they must be like ultra hardcore sadists, because no one else is going to play a game where you die within a second, like, constantly. I understand if it's like one area, like I remember when the Ghostbusters game came out, there's one area I had to retry an area for like 100 times, then the rest of the game was fine. But yeah, I just don't see people playing a game, or at least most people playing a game, that's going to cause them significant stress to the point of like, they start getting panic attacks or something, because this is what this game pretty much induces. So I would say, like, if you don't mind, the 1749 is worth it for the insane challenge. So if I played it for, like, I just found it, I played it for 20 minutes and it was just too overwhelming for me. It's not really worth it unless you really like a challenging game. Yeah, I just found feels like a $2 to $5 game, not a $17 game, for people that just like challenges, like insane challenges, extreme challenges. And because you're not going to get really far in it, like you're just going to die 100, 2,000 times maybe, and like it's worth the maybe $10 for the ultra hardcore people that are like want to punish themselves. So if you like ass busting hard gameplay, this is probably a 9 out of 10 for you. If you're like everyone else, I'd say it's a 4 out of 10, because it fails to be a game that's going to appeal to like most people, which is kind of like the goal of video games for most of them, is to be fun and to be played, right? And I feel like this game sort of didn't achieve that. So if you're a normal gamer, you're just going to go insane from the difficulty from this. It doesn't matter if the graphics, music's great. Like, if you can't play the game, then it doesn't matter. You probably want to play something more fun than overwhelming. So to this game, I say good night. Keep on playing something else.